Yo! How's it going, everybody? So if you're looking at the title of this video, it's not a negative video, it's a relatable video. So I'm trying to make a video that I know people can relate to. And a lot of times when you look up weight loss journeys, weight loss stories, just anything regarding a lifestyle change, you see the first page of the book and then you see the last page of the book, but you miss everything that happened in the middle. And sometimes I think people fail to acknowledge that it's not all positivity when it comes to losing weight. It's a great thing to do in your life, but as far as mentally and sometimes physically, there can be some tough things that you have to weather through. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. There is certainly ups and downs to the journey. Of course, the angle is always going to be when you're really at the top, but in the middle, there's definitely some downs. And if you're not a person who experiences those downs, I'm sure you're in the minority there. Like, for example, to start, I'll just get right into it. Sometimes when you look at the scale, that number on the scale could be very misleading. When I step on the scale, I usually try and weigh myself every few days, maybe once a week, depending on the week. I want to see that number go down. And sometimes if it doesn't go down, or it barely goes down, or maybe sometimes it goes up a little bit, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing anything wrong. But mentally, I'm telling myself, yeah, I did something wrong because that number didn't go down, but I could just be building muscle. It could be a variety of things. My body could just not be it could just be holding water. I mean, there's so many different things. So that number doesn't have to go down every week. But in my mind, when it doesn't go down, I tell myself I've done something wrong, when in reality, I haven't done anything wrong. And another thing that's very difficult is staying on track. When you go to a party, when you go to your friend's house, when you go to any social gatherings, sometimes even in your own house. Luckily, my fiance supports me a lot, but I know not everyone has that support that they need. So if you go into a house and no one else is dieting, no one else is trying to lose weight, no one else is undergoing this massive lifestyle change, people don't necessarily understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and think that it's okay to slip up. If you're dieting and you're really strict on your diet, like personally for me, I'm trying to be very strict on my diet. If I go somewhere, I don't want to eat there because I know at home I have measured out food that meets my plan that my nutritionist gave me, and I want to stick to that. But other people don't necessarily always understand that, so they'll say, here, have this, no, try this, no, try this, here, have this. And as much as you want to, indulging yourself can cause you to overindulge, and then that leads to the mental downfalls of the weight loss journey when you feel like you've done something wrong, and it's hard to get back on track sometimes for some people once they slip up. So that's another thing, is kind of just not everyone understands what you're trying to do, what you're going through. And then another thing is that body image. The number goes down. Nothing feels better necessarily than when you step on the scale and you see a lower number than the week before. It feels great. And I know in my case, I'm always happy to see the number go down. Sometimes I notice the changes in the mirror, but a lot of the times I don't notice that change when I look in the mirror. And I'm sure some of it is just because I see myself every day. It's hard to notice a change. And other parts of it, I'll look at a picture from before my weight loss journey and then look at a picture now and be like, I can't really see that much of a difference. So sometimes it's tough to look in the mirror and say, wow, I really have lost this weight, or wow, I really do look better. It's very hard to notice some of the changes sometimes. As much as the scale may go down, as much as people may compliment the change, it's still not always very noticeable. And then another thing is, I know I said staying on track. Another thing is holding yourself accountable. Sometimes you wake up, you're tired, you don't want to get up and go work out. You don't want to eat your meal prep. You don't want to drink a lot of water. You don't want to do certain activities. That's what keeps you on track. I know they say it's like 20-something days to build a habit. And before you build a habit and make it a real lifestyle change that's going to be permanent, it's definitely hard for the first few months to stay on track and not get derailed. I mean, there's plenty of days where I've woken up out of bed and said, you know what, maybe today should be a rest day, or I really don't want to drink this much water today. I really don't want to eat this. But I know that I always have to keep the end goal in mind, just like you guys do. So always, whenever you feel you're getting off track, whenever you look in the mirror, whenever you're starting to feel down mentally or physically, just know that you have an end goal that you want to meet, and you're going to do whatever it takes to meet that end goal. You don't want to, it may suck right now, you may feel like shit, you may not be tired, you may want to do this, but just know you'll wish you had stayed with it 12 months from now. I mean, me personally, I know all I could think about is not all I could think about, but a lot of what I think about is trying to make this change, trying to lose this weight, trying to look better and live a healthier lifestyle. And I know how important it is to stay on track, as hard as it is. So just know I always try and keep the end goal in mind, and then try and keep a positive mindset. And that's how so far I've been able to keep going. I know I started with the medication, but I really think the medication played 20% of a part into my weight loss so far. I think staying consistent, working out, and staying consistent with not eating junk food like I used to has played a huge role into my weight loss. And I plan on keeping to do that, and I'll keep showing you guys what I'm doing. I'll make some videos showing you my diet, some videos showing you my exercises, and I'll make videos showing how great the weight loss journey is. I mean, the pros definitely outweigh the cons, of course. I mean, it's a lifestyle change and it's awesome. But I appreciate you guys listening to me. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. If you like it, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any other things that bother you when it comes to the gym, leave a comment down below. I'm sure conversations can be started below. Not everyone feels the way you do. Or if not everyone, someone feels the way you do. You're not alone with how you feel. So, once again, if you could subscribe, like the video, I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.